Hey, what's up everyone? How you all doing? Now, ninjas and futuristic laser beams have always gone hand in hand, right? They were made for each other. Oh, they haven't? Well, the weapon dynamic in Warframe has changed a lot over the last few weeks. Primary weapons, secondary weapons, and of course laser beam weapons have all seen overhauls, and players now have a much larger choice range when deciding what they want to run with, and I think it's bloody great. More choices of how you want to rid the cosmos of all forms of life. Now, I see a lot of Tiburons being used, a lot of Gorgon Wraiths, which is an amazing weapon right now, sidearms like the Detron or the Akjagaras, but the Atomos is one weapon that I've been seeing in almost every match. And a lot of you have been comparing it to the Amprex in terms of power and how quickly it can clean a damn room. The Atomos seen its base damage get reduced from 50 to 29 damage per tick, a fire rate increase, a status chance increase from 10 to 21, its crit chance went from 5% up to 15%, and its crit multiplier went from 1.5 up to 1.7, which doesn't seem like a whole lot. The crit changes allow you to mod for crit if you want to, maybe sacrifice that status, but that's entirely up to you. I know it sounds crazy to mod it for crit, but I will show you the difference between a crit build and a normal build in a few minutes. So the Atomos fires a constant beam of heat energy that will chain to 4 nearby enemies within 3 meters of the main target. Why does every goddamn video have to have this number in it? 3 meters isn't much, right? It kind of means that enemies will need to be grouped up or right beside each other in order for your Atomos' beam to jump to each one of them, unless you go and mod it for Ruinous extension. Then the Atomos' beam will link to enemies much further away and increase that room clearing potential, and of course kill many more space baddies. I mean, it's what we do, it's how space ninjas roll. They use Mega Man style destructive weapons, and cleaning rooms is something that the Atomos is incredibly effective at. And Ruinous extension kind of feels like a necessary mod. It will make your Atomos' beams jump to so many more enemies, and in the process it will either kill them or strip their armor. Now, my only real issue with the Atomos would be its ammo consumption. The Atomos eats ammo really fast. It nukes enemies really quickly, but it does run dry really quickly as well, unless of course you've got that Carrier Prime or you've got an ammo mutation mod equipped. So I tested 2 different builds on my Atomos. One crit build, and of course a corrosive heat build as well for status. The corrosive build, as good as it is, and it is really good, I mean it can kill 30 level enemies with no issues whatsoever, but when I modded it for crit and crit damage and a little bit less corrosive, it seemed to kill a lot faster. So even though it doesn't have a great crit multiplier with that 1.7, it still works really effectively. Now, these are the different builds that I was testing out. I've got a crit setup with primed crit mods, I've got one with the normal crit mods, and of course I've got a non-crit corrosive status setup as well. Now, the footage at the start of this video was my primed crit build while using Harrow's Covenant Augment, just to see, for shits and giggles, how well they work together, and unsurprisingly they worked incredibly well together. So this is the new Atomos. A lot of you replied to me on Twitter when I asked what was your favourite beam weapon changes, and a lot of you said it was the Atomos, saying that it was as good as the Amprex or even better. Now, I'm not sure if it's better than the Amprex at cleaning rooms, but it is really good. Now, let me know what you think of the Atomos in the comment section below this video. Do me a huge favour and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, or don't if you didn't. Subscribe for more Warframe, and as always, thanks very much for watching.